Hi, today I'm going to be doing a demo on how to make a Haitian Kompa beat using Logic Pro. Now I'm using Logic Pro, however, if you have Cubase or Pro Tools or whatever DAW that you may be using, it's going to be applicable. The concept is going to be the same. Even if you have an MPC or an MCAD tool that you're using to do sequencing or drum machines, the concept is going to be the same and it should be applicable. Alright, so let's get to it. Normally I start with the kick. That gives me a sense of where I'm at. So I'm going to start with the kick. And as you can see in my DAW here, the Logic Pro DAW, my tool, the kick's already highlighted. I click on it, the record button here, I'm going to go ahead and hit the record button. And I'm going to be using this kick sound here. Now you see that I missed the measure here. I'm not worried about it. What I can do, I can just drag it here. That way it starts from here. So as you can see, this is my kick. Right, I'm gonna make sure it stays quantized, and since it's a 4/4 beat, I'm gonna quantize it 1/4. That way it's gonna be more accurate. And I'm gonna replicate this 29 times across the same track, and then so you can see what happens. So you see what happens here? It copied it pretty much 29 times, making it 30 times to have the 30 measures that I'm gonna be using. So next, usually I use a piano sound or the bass sound, depending on my mood or what I'm doing at the time. So right now I'm going to focus on the piano. I'm going to lay the piano track down, so I select it. I make sure my cursor is right here, my starting point. I'm going to hit record. So I stop right here, and I can actually slice this right here. I'm going to quantize this to 1/16, which is what it is, and I'm going to just split it. It says delete. I can just delete this, and I'm just going to replicate this, pretty much. Let's try 14 times. Brings me right here, and then as you can see right now, it's going smoothly right there. Right, beautiful. So next, I'm going to lay down the bass. So let's go ahead and lay the bass track down. I'm going to go ahead and click on the bass track, and that automatically triggers the bass sound that I've preset already. So I make sure my cursor is sitting right at the beginning of the full measure, the 30 measures. So it's going to be right here, and I'm going to hit record, and I'm going to do the typical Haitian bass, which is, they call it a 1/2. I'm going to start right here. I'm going to hit record. I'm going to stop right here because I know I'm going to be repeating this, multiple times. So I'm going to copy it 14 times. That should bring me right here. So next I can decide to put the hi-hat, the cymbals, what they call it. It goes like tack, 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 tack. So we're going to take care of that right now. Let's do that. Make sure the cursor is at the beginning of it. Then you're going to select cymbal right here. And this is where I have it preset. So I'm going to hit record. So I'm going to stop right here. I hit an extra one. I'm just going to slice this. This is 1/16. I'm just going to slice this. And I'm going to delete this piece. I'm going to repeat this 14 times across. Bam, brings me right to 30 measures. Next, I can decide to do the cowbell. Cowbell is very important in Kompa. It has that sound that goes tok, 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 doom. Then you hit the floor tom. It goes with that. It makes it more rich. So let's go ahead and start just with the cowbell, and then we're gonna add the floor tom afterwards. So again, I'm gonna move my cursor right here to the beginning of it, and I'm gonna hit the cowbell or cloche, they call it in Creole. So I'm gonna hit record right here. All right, so that brings me right there. It's quantized to 1/16, which is perfect for this. I'm gonna repeat it 14 times, bring me right here, 30 measures. And next, I can decide to put the congas, the tambour. In other words, I love, which is my favorite percussion actually. So I'm gonna start again. I clicked it here, and I'm gonna make sure I'm at the beginning, and I'm gonna hit record now. So I got it right here, which should be perfect. I'm gonna copy this 14 times. Quantize is 116, which is perfect for this. I'm gonna replicate it about 14 times. Brings me to 30 measures, likewise. So let's hear this for a little bit, how it grooves. So it's missing one thing, which was what I told you about before. The cowbell goes tok, 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 toom. The floor tom has to go in there. So this is the floor tom right now. I'm gonna go ahead and select it, making sure that I'm at the beginning of it, and then I'm gonna hit the record button to start it. All right, so it's quantized to 116, which is perfect. I'm gonna just replicate this 14 times. Brings me to 30 measures right here. So I have a full Haitian Kompa basic beat, just the basic core rhythm of the Kompa. Let me play it so you can listen to it. So you have the bass, you have the piano, you have the full drums playing, and the bangas, right? Beautiful stuff. Now, to add colors to it, we can go ahead and do this. We can, for example, I can add a pulse sound. Maybe I should try using this one here, the deeper. You know what? Let me try with this one. Yeah, let's go ahead and try that. It's gonna be cool. I'm gonna hit record. Stop right here, and I'm gonna, it's quantized, perfect. I'm gonna slice it, and that's no problem. I should be right. Hit OK. Let's replicate this 14 times. It's just gonna keep going. Let's try it. So now I can even add more colors to it by adding like an organ right here. So I'm gonna just put just a soft organ in the background. Yes, beautiful. So this one I'm gonna repeat as well, 14 times. Brings me right there, 30 measures. And what else can I do here? Let's add a guitar just to make it a little more funky. All right, so I'm gonna start over here. Let's try that. All right, so there it is, it's right there. I'm gonna slice it. Beautiful. Delete, replicate this 14 times. Bam. And then let's play it. Let's listen to it. We got the guitar, we got an organ, we got the pulse. We can even throw in an electric piano to make it more rich. So let's do that. Why not? So we can even add more instruments, as many as we can. Really, the limitation from this point on is how much memory you have on your computer, and the tracks are limitless as far as I know. So I'm gonna just add an electric piano just to make it a little bit richer. So again, I make sure I select the electric piano track, making sure I'm starting at the beginning, and I'm gonna hit record. So let me see if I like this one. Let's split it right here. Beautiful. It's quantized automatically 116. That's my default quantize, which works out well for me. Repeat it 14 times. Brings me to 30 measures. Perfect. Now you can decide that in between you want to add in a snare. right? Right, so let's go ahead and add a snare to break the beat up a little bit. So I have the snare highlighted, starting from the first measure. All right, so that's right there. I can repeat this likewise, 14 times. That brings me a little bit there. I can just close this and slice it right here. And then, beautiful, delete. So I'm right here. 14 copies, and then brings me to 30 measures right here. Perfect. Now, you can add toms, but I'm not going to add toms. So I noticed the electric piano was a little bit too loud. So I'm going to go ahead and lower it a little bit, probably around here, because I want it to be kind of in the background. And then also I might pan it to go to the left, right? And I might pan the piano to go a little bit to the right here, right? And then the bass can stay centered. The bonga, I might put it here. The floor tom, I might put it a little bit here. And the cowbell, I might align it with the floor tom, put it here, right? And then the snare, leave it alone. The toms, no cymbal, no worry, okay, perfect. All right, so now I'm gonna bring this a little bit higher so I can hear myself. So let's hear it out. Right? That's okay. Sample. Snare. Right? And the cowbell and the floor tom. Right? The tambour, the congas, right? In the bass, the piano, and the guitar, right? And this, the organ. I'll put this on the right, right? That's a groovy thing. Electric piano. Right? That's it. Now I'm just gonna add a solo from the beginning. I'm gonna record it. A somewhat famous solo in the Haitian community. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna go ahead and hit record. I'm gonna be using the deeper super sound. I'm gonna hit record. But I need to put the volume. Right, so for this one, you don't want to quantize it. You want to leave it free. So I'm going to put quantize off. So I'm going to play the whole thing so you can hear it. that's how you make a Haitian Kompa beat using Logic Pro. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, be safe.